Greetings of the day. I am Professor Jyotsna, heading the Department of Chemistry. And as a part of faculty induction program, today I'll be sharing about one of the VJ differentiators, that is wit and will. So related to this, I would go ahead by starting with this question, which usually occurs in mind. And I think it also happens in many of our faculty also. The question which comes when I enter the class and when I'm teaching a class is, I am teaching, but are my students really learning it? Is it really helping them to relate to the real world scenario? And also, another thing which comes into my mind is, I believe in these quotes where we tell about education is not just about telling about facts, but creating that critical thinking. And also, a student mind is not a container which has to be filled, it should be ignited so that they relate their content learning to the current real world applications. The next thing what I feel is, as a part of NEP 2020, one of the goal of NEP 2020 is National Education Policy, which says it is moving towards a holistic development of a student. And apart from that, the Sustainable Development Goal 4, which speaks about quality education, all these are aiming towards generating curiosity in the mind of the students. Hence, a change should be brought around in our teaching process, especially in the classrooms where the engagement and the retention levels have to be improved. In this context, in this context, the initiative what we have come forward with is Wit and Will. Let me just go ahead with this particular one where I tell about what actually this wit and will is. Wit is the responsibility of the teacher, and will is the responsibility of the students. First, we'll talk about the responsibility of the teacher, and then we will go ahead with the responsibility of the students. So, let's first talk about wit, which is the responsibility of the teacher, which tells why am I teaching this particular subject or this particular topic, and what I will be teaching in that particular unit or that particular topic. This has to be highlighted before we start any of the unit in our subject. For that reason, there is a roadmap which has to be built in by the faculty, where the first stage of it is building a scenario. The scenario over here should be connected to the real world applications. That is, whatever topics or units which we are sharing as a part of our subject, that has to be depicted clearly in the scenario, whatever we are choosing. And once we choose the scenario, as a team of faculty or as individual, the next thing is we should get it authenticated. So the best source, because we have to build the gap or bridge the gap between the industry and the academia, we get our scenario endorsed by the industrial experts. After that, another brief write up about the scenario has to be given so that any person who is just going through the document will have a clarity related to the scenario to which we are mapping our subject. Once this is being delivered, all these steps which have been done and taken ahead to the classrooms and delivered to the students, definitely it ignites the minds of the students to come forward, and they also come out with new scenarios as a team of 4 or 5 members. And apart from this, as I've told, will is the responsibility of the student. A will report will be created by the students. This also is done as a teamwork, which also aim towards team building, communication skills, confidence levels, working in collaboration, and this report will be submitted as their learning process. Now, one thing which, when I told about the first step in the process, wherein we are building the scenario, building a scenario is not just mapping the units onto a particular example. It should be like a story which is told. And even today, whatever is the age, all of us are very enthusiastic and we get excited whenever any person says, I'm going to narrate a story. So that's the reason why I told, let's carry forward this scenario in the form of a story. So the thought process which has come to me when I was delivering our chemistry for engineers, we just took an example to build up the scenario. And the thought which came to me was about the one which I use every day, my car itself. So if only my car could speak to me and if it can tell, or if I question it, are you happy, then my car gives number of answers and also tells me how to go ahead to make it happy. So when I'm asking this question to my car, the first thing which my car says is, because due to continuous transportation and the roads and the rains and the dirt on the road, my car is really losing its beauty. So definitely it is going to ask me, I want a facial, I want a manicure, and I want a pedicure. So what is the process in which I go ahead? Maybe I'll be sending it to a mechanic or to a cleaner and I'll get it done. But what is the source which gives that beauty to my car? So that is given in terms of first unit, that is water and its treatment, right? So this particular unit talks about what is the quality of water which has been taken into consideration to give a proper cleaning without any film which will be formed on the car because of the number of dissolved salts which might be present in the water quality. So this is about the water and its treatment. The next thing which I will talk about is, you have beautified me, but sometimes I do require a makeover. I do require something which makes me even more beautiful when I'm going around. So, what is my makeover and how should I go ahead with my makeover? For that, we talk about the second unit, that is polymers. So this polymers will tell you what are the different materials which can be incorporated into the car. Let it be the interiors, let it be the bumpers or the steering rods or whatever it is, which have the flexibility and which have the things which beautify that particular one. So that is about polymers. So the next thing which comes is, after the beautification and after talking about what is my makeover, then I'm ready to go onto the road and show myself on the road. So how do I go there and how do I perform well? So I have to be energized to get this. So how do I get energy? So the third unit of the subject speaks about energy sources and battery technology. Since we are opting for greener environment, so the battery technology also plays a major role in converting our transportation sector into environmental free zone. The next thing is, I have been beautified, I have been given a makeover, I am energized. But looking at me, some people will be there who will envy at me. So who are my enemies? There are definitely my enemies in the environment where I am exposed to different environmental conditions, and these enemies can be listed out, and how, what is the role of these enemies in my life? How are they going to turn over me into an useless product? That is understood in terms of corrosion and its control. And the next thing what I talk about is coming into the today's emerging technologies, and also for a smooth running of the car without making a lot of noise, and the sensors which are required so that everywhere I am guided wherever I go. So my lifespan, my maintenance, and being in the current trends of the youngsters and the technology, I have to speak about the lubricants which have to be added, and then the paints which retain their show and which are resistant to the environmental conditions, and how do I park my car or how I am navigating to a particular place. All this is being understood collectively under the unit 5, that is engineering materials. So all these units which are covered under the chemistry for engineers are given a name for the scenario in terms of the chemistry in the anatomy of the car. So all the units which come across related to our subject are outlined by taking the scenario as car over here. It is not just the car. You can also take different types of scenarios in which you can relate all these topics so that whatever the student is learning in the class, he is able to connect it to the outside examples. So another example which can be taken forward is the common thing which today, without which we don't move around at all, and where the communication is happening and the connectivity is happening, is the chemistry of a mobile phone. So even that also can be explained by taking all these units or connecting or mapping all these units to that particular one. So this is about the chemistry in a mobile phone. Apart from this, we have other scenarios. Since being a chemistry person, I have shared the chemistry scenarios, but we do have people from different disciplines who have come forward with their scenarios. So robotics is one of the thing which applied physics people have used to map their units. Then the mathematic people, they have used the calculus in bike manufacturing. In order to understand probability, statistics and queuing theory, supermarket was taken as an example. So many more such examples can come forward with the collectiveness of all the teachers working in teams and coming forward to connect their units to the current world. As I have told earlier, the second step, that is the industrial endorsement. So a brief write-up or explaining what is the scenario and a picture is taken to the industrial experts, and it is being clearly endorsed by them so that we can take it forward in our classrooms. So this is one of the company which has come forward to endorse our scenario, that is the chemistry in the anatomy of the car by the HAL. Hindustan Aeronautic Limited. The next also is one of the faculty, they have come forward to get their scenario, that is the thermal power plant, to be endorsed by the government organization. So this is the endorsement which is received and which is a proof where we are not far away from the industries. So there is the bridging has taken place between the industry and the academia. The next thing which I've told you, the third step, is a brief write-up has to be prepared by the faculty, where what we have spoken in the class should be much more enhanced with lot of examples, so that even if a student is not present for the class when the lecture was delivered related to the wit and will scenario, can be read after, or can be read by the student, and he can understand the scenario in spite of him or her not being present in the class. So that is the brief write-up. The next thing is, brief write-up can be in the form of a document or it can be in the form of a slide presentation. Another faculty who has come forward to relate the topics and the subtopics in the subject to the Chandrayaan-3, where all we make use of all these topics in the construction and the working of Chandrayaan-3, which also depicts a brief summary of the units, is being shown in this particular slide. Next, coming over to the responsibility of the student, that is will. Why am I learning this particular subject, and what is this which I'm learning in this particular subject should be addressed by a student. So if you just keep an individual student, maybe the student might not come forward to put all the things in the form of a document. So a team of 4 to 5 members is being done in the classrooms, where they sit, they brainstorm one another, they try to relate their learned concepts into a scenario as well as into a report. So keeping that in mind, the students have constructed their knowledge of chemistry in talking about aeroplanes, in talking about air conditioners, televisions, cameras, ships, trains, power looms, and also they went so far that they started relating the learning of chemistry into the kitchen. So these are the scenarios which the students have prepared once the teacher has delivered the connectivity of the topics related to the real world scenarios. This is the will report, which has to be submitted by the students as a part of an experiential learning concept, where a common document is shared. Again, over here we have a team of 5 students. So if we look at the document, there we have the roll numbers, the name of the team, and we also have the topic, the syllabus of that particular topic or that particular unit, which has to be detailed by the student. And there are 3 questions as a part of this particular document, which say that, what did you learn from this particular unit? And here the student should not just copy the syllabus of that particular unit and just frame it over there. He should actually tell which were the concepts which were interesting in that particular unit and what actually he's able to relate. So that becomes the first question. And the second question talks about, the teacher has related your topic to a particular scenario. Was it relevant for you to understand? That is the second question. And the third question tells about, you all together brainstorm, connect your learning to another situation and try to give the examples related to that particular situation. So this is the common document, a general template which is shared, and we do have the students coming out with such beautiful way of presentations, where a group of people with their roll numbers, their team, what they have learned in that particular unit. They have come out with pictures, and they also illustrated the number of applications in their day-to-day life related to the topic. So this is how the connectivity happens, and which will also allow us to engage the students into their learning and also retain their learning concepts. So the outcome of this particular initiative or the differentiator is the knowledge base is there, but how you're going to apply that particular knowledge, how you're going to understand where you're going to apply, that is what is the one which comes out as an outcome of this particular scenario. So always the teacher should question in saying that I'm going to the class today. What am I going to cover today? That should not be our motive. It should be how I'm going to uncover the concepts of the world and bring it back to the class so that that connectivity happens between us, the theory, and the practicality, what is happening in the world. So this is what I wanted to share with you all about Wit and Will, one of the greatest initiative of our college, where we connect our students with the real world scenarios, and this is how we excite them in the class and retain them with utmost engagement. So I would love to tell you that you all also explore this particular initiative and come forward with many more scenarios like this so that your students are really excited in the class. Thank you.